doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L podcast.
All right. Rocking and rolling. We have Chase Miracles in the building yet again. How are you doing today?
Amazing, per usual.
That's good. Last time you were here, we already know a lot of controversy. We had posted an Instagram clip where you talked about how if your man cheats on you, you're not going to leave him. And obviously that went like super viral. And how'd you feel about the response of that?
I loved it. I mean, I expect people to hear something outrageous and disagree with it. I don't think a lot of the people were being honest or, but it's my opinion, right? So I respect everyone's opinion. I think others should respect my opinion as well. I said what I said. I stand on what I said. I still feel the same way. I'm not going to go into like details about what I meant, or I don't think people really fully watched the entire interview to understand what I was saying. Right. But, I said what I said.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting discussion because, I stayed with a girl who cheated on me. But I think more so the reason I didn't leave her wasn't that she had anything to offer me that made me want to stay. It was more that like it was hard to end the relationship because of how much investment I already had in her.
For sure.
So it was like, all right, I don't want to go through the heartbreak. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through knowing that this person's never going to be in my life again. So I think that's one thing people do address when they thinking about a breakup. It's that we're probably never going to see each other again or spend time with each other again, and that's the hard part. But for you, what's your inner perspective of like why you can't leave the guy even if he cheats?
It's not about me not being able to. For me, it's more so about like connection, and like you said, benefits. I'm not just looking at a relationship just for love purposes. I could have the best guy in the world who loves my dirty draws and can't offer me anything. I think for me, my opinion, what I'm looking for is a balance of the business side and the fantasy side. You know what I mean? So, on a scale from 1 to 10, if my man is, hitting a hard 8, and again, I would never let my man know that I know that he cheated until I was ready to leave. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. I think I hate to say it, but just knowing how to play the game. And yeah, sure, none of us want to play games, but I've been in great relationships, friendships too, you know what I'm saying, where I felt like a friend cheated on me, so to speak, because they did something that was not loyal or disloyal to me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. I don't think that, for me, it's not that I can't leave the man. I choose to stick by the person that I feel most connected to. Do I feel like this is a hump that we can get over? You know what I mean? Weighing out the pros and the cons is like it takes a level of maturity to be able to do that. I'm not just, again, putting my man back in the streets for me to possibly, if I'm really in love with this guy, go out, find another guy who may do some human shit.
Right.
Because it happens every day.
That's an interesting perspective, actually. Can you drag that mic into yourself a little bit? Yeah, right there. So I like that you said that point, too, because it's like, okay, the chances of you dating another guy after you just left this guy for cheating.
For sure.
You date a new guy.
Yeah.
There's a high probability or a probability that he'll cheat, too.
It happened to me.
So you left the guy because he cheated on you, then you dated another guy.
Yeah.
And that guy cheated on you as well.
Yeah. And it was the exact same situation. Mm-hmm. And what was crazy about it was, the first guy that I actually left, I actually had more of a connection with him. We were just really going through a rough patch, And when I found out that he was cheating, the cheating was like the cherry on top of all of the other emotions that I was feeling, which made it easy for me to just make an irrational decision, very spontaneous, like on the moment, like I'm done. And then, you're vulnerable when you get out of a relationship. So it's easy for someone to come in and make you feel like you're the best thing since sliced bread. This guy is loving on me, doing all the things, but it just wasn't real, and I feel like only time can tell what was real. And the previous guy, we had way more time invested. It would have made way more sense for me to, like, in my opinion, try to work it out with him for me than just to, go to the next person And it wasn't immediately, but it was enough time. It wasn't enough time for me to heal from that, right?
Right.
And I got into something else. And, you know, men are going to do what men are going to do. I mean, women cheat too, but...
How long did your second relationship last? The one that you got with a new guy that cheated?
I mean, I don't even know, because it turned into a toxic situation where it was this back and forth thing for a couple of years. But, you know, us being exclusive, I feel like that only lasted for maybe 6 or 7 months after our dating period. You know what I mean? Like when we said we were exclusive, maybe only like 6 or 7 months.
Right. So you're going off probability at the end of the day. And so do you have a census now for it? Do you have a sense if a guy is really committed to you now, or like...
No.
It's hard to tell still?
No. I had a wise woman. She's like 75. She told me one day, wait 9 seasons. And when she said that to me, I'm like, what do you mean 9 seasons? She's like, you young ladies need to wait 9 seasons. And I started doing the math, like, okay, wait, it's 4 seasons in a year. So she's talking about like 2 years and some change. She's like, wait 9 seasons before you say that you know someone. She said, because people are always evolving anyway. So you're going to do one or two things. You're going to grow together or you're going to grow apart, right? So as you're evolving and your partner is evolving, you two still have to make it your business to still continue to get to know each other. It's not just, oh, I know you because I met you and I know, you know, what your tweaks are and, you know, what pisses you off and what makes you happy. It's like, no, are you invested in being able to continue to learn who I'm becoming, right? So I don't think that anyone knows. And, you know, I'm a cosmetologist full-time currently. And I have a lot of ladies who sit in my chair and they're in these great marriages. And it's smoky mirrors. You know what I mean? And these are people who from the outside looking in, you will be like, no, never. And even the ladies like, oh, no, my man would never. And then one day it's that hair appointment where it's like, he did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you never know, you know?
Well, one of my favorite sayings that my cousin had told me once is that, you know, if some people are not cheaters. They don't go looking out to cheat, right?
For sure.
But if you consistently put yourself in places where cheating is a possibility, like you're going to the clubs every weekend with your friends, you're constantly going places with a lot of women or a lot of men, and it's, you know, more flirtatious environments and whatnot, the probability of you cheating is more likely. So you shouldn't put yourself in situations
For sure.
that are gonna make it more susceptible for you to cheat, basically. But not only that, some people do date and they're dating just because it's what it is at the moment. Like you found somebody, you like the relationship, but you don't know if you want to stay with this person for the rest of your life.
For sure.
And so I think it's easy for some people to just be like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to see how this works out with this other person real quick on the side or whatever it is. But some people are just downright dirty with it. Like they'll just straight up cheat. They don't give a fuck. Like they're just like, what, cheating is just life. Who cares?
And then this may be provocative, but I mean, why are social standards such a big deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder when I made my comment and I watched everyone's opinions in the comments, you know, and I'm having a ball with it because it amazes me how people have these opinions about what I choose to do. You know what I'm saying? Based on a social norm. If your man cheats, leave him. Who said because my man went out and had sex with another woman that I had to leave him? If, you know, you can call me stupid, you can call me whatever, but, you know, we all make decisions in our lives that people won't agree with, right? There is levels to it.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know, some people are serial cheaters. I mean, you got Amy at the office and your man can turn her down 99 times. And it's like, y'all just had an argument earlier that morning. She's been on her period all month. I don't know, new baby, you know, bills are tight. And Amy caught him at a vulnerable moment. I mean, it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in 2023, the temptation is crazy. You know, you don't really even have to be in a club scene or, you know, around a bunch of people, like social life like that. It could just be Amy from the office.
Yeah. And especially with social media, too. A DM could just get you like, oh, shit. Like,
For sure.
I never thought this person would message me, and all of a sudden you're at her house. Not that I would know anything about that, but
And it's always the least expected person. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but I think a lot of women could agree with this, but usually the person that they're cheating with is not even comparable to what's at home.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not even.
My ex-girlfriend messages me all the time, just saying to me, like, she's always like, you were such a great boyfriend. Like, and I know what she means when she says that. She's basically probably dating losers right now, or guys that she knew she had something great, but the fact that she was cheating, I think it came to her mind that it wasn't worth it. Like, all that cheating was not worth losing a guy like me, because she went back into the real world, started dating guys, and realizing, oh my God.
She went back outside.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you don't know what you got till it's gone. But
For sure.
another aspect of it too is that nature kind of puts people together too. So it's not always in your control to say, like, okay, I logically want to date this person, therefore it's gonna work out. Sometimes it's like your body has to be in tune with the person, your energy has to be in tune,
For sure.
everything has to be in tune for you to actually want to be committed to somebody.
For sure.
And I think that everybody needs to look at those factors when you're dating somebody, because it's never gonna work unless everything is in tune. Everything has to be in tune. From your mind to your body to your energy, all has to be wanting this person on every level. It can't just be like a logical transaction, like he's rich,
Right.
or she's really hot.
Right.
It has to be every single factor of you guys just is attracted to each other for it to work. And that's why I think the term settling for somebody came in, because when you're settling, you're basically saying, like, okay, well, there's things that are missing completely, but I'm still going to commit to this relationship.
For sure.
But talk about, you're still making, you're dropping music, you're getting 20,000 views or streams on Spotify per month, right?
Yeah, 20,000 plus listeners. I hit that mark. I'm super excited because I remember when I had on Spotify, it just says 1,000 with the less than sign. Before it's like, we don't even need to count it. And just in January, I was at maybe like 1,200 or 1,500. You know what I mean? So numbers are climbing. It's a slow game. It's
20,000 is great though. That's good.
20,000 is great, but I was saying that to say that's why it's so important to just keep going. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because one thing could change the trajectory of everything, right?
Right.
So I'm excited. Like, when you start seeing progress, it makes you, more ambitious. Like, oh, let me not stop. Let me not stop now, because I'm finally seeing like the fruits of my labor.
Right.
So yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, very cool. You also, you've been staying consistent with your visuals as well. You had WTF.
Thank you.
And that was pretty fucking cool to watch that. And I think you cut your hair was really long. I think
I had a tail.
Yeah.
And no one thought that I would be able to braid a tail in my hair.
It was crazy. It went down to like your knees almost, right?
Yeah, my mega knees. It went past my mega knees. Yeah, I had a long tail, a rat tail. I'm weird, and I'm trying to convince myself that it's okay to be as weird as I want to be. You know what I mean? Everyone told me not to do that tail, like the whole team. They're like, no, don't. It's a bad idea. And then I was like, I'm going to do it. And when I did it, they were like, oh, great idea.
I thought it was a cool look. I thought it was very interesting.
Thank you.
I like what you did with the glasses, too, for the cover art. Like, everything you do, I wouldn't even call it weird. I would call it, like, I don't know if eccentric is the right word.
Eccentric, yeah, eccentric.
Yeah.
I don't like weird, but I like eccentric.
Yeah,
like
just
eccentric.
trying different stuff out.
Yeah.
What's this? You got some new projects out? You got The Invitation?
So The Invitation is my upcoming project that I've been working on for about a year now.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been working on that for about a year now. And I'm excited about that because this is different from my first project, which was audio therapy. And like we spoke on this the last time, my number one song was Self-Love. So, I was in a different space at that time. And I've had comments, I've had DMs, people inquiring about, like, what changed? I don't think the fans are ever ready for, like, the artists to change and grow. And I make music based on how I feel, where I am in my life at the time. It's not always, I said self-love is the best love. Now I'm going to say it in a different way. It might come out more grimy or.
No, yeah, totally understand. You got to evolve with what's the reality of who you are.
For sure.
And I think that's a huge thing because I have a lot of artists, friends that I always want to message them, and I do sometimes, but you have to know when to take yourself and yourself as an entertainer to the next level or transcend to a different part of your life. Because if you keep getting stuck in what made you successful,
For sure.
sometimes that runs out and everybody's kind of like, hey man, we get it, like
Yeah.
we got that,
Yeah.
what's next?
Yes.
And I think some people want that safety material, that safety content they know they can make, but it doesn't take you to the next level as a person, and it doesn't take you to the next level as an artist when you stay in the past.
For sure.
And for you, you're saying like, I'm not going to get stuck in the past. I'm not going to keep regurgitating stuff just because you like it.
Right.
It's about what's going on with you too as well.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And did you see engagement increase after that?
For sure. And then I like the idea of being provocative and saying things that most people are afraid to say. I think that's the cool thing about being an entertainer.
Right.
Number one, our job is to entertain and be entertaining, right? I'm no one's like preacher. I'm not a preacher. I'm not trying to tell you how to live. For me, I was in a different space in my life when I made audio therapy. It was more therapeutic, but it was, not to sound selfish, it was therapeutic for me.
Right.
And I chose to share it with the world. And if you like it, great. And if you don't, great. You know what I mean? But as I really started honing in on my craft, and I'm still a student to the game, I realized like I didn't even want to use profanity in my first project because I was actually afraid of how I would be perceived, because I'm a hairstylist transitioning into something else. So I wanted to play it safe. I'm thinking about my family. I'm thinking about what this person would think. And I don't want to come off too ratchet. I don't want to come off too ghetto. I don't want to, like, all of these things that was basically directing the narrative of my art. And it's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you have 1,000 songs that you like that I would hate and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
For me, I just wanted to challenge myself to be able to tap into a side. I feel like if I'm afraid to say it, like if I think twice about it, it's like, don't think twice about it. Like, you need to say it just like that,
Yeah. There's like social limitations that people put on themselves,
For sure.
and it restricts their creativity.
For sure.
And like you gotta always look past that, especially in the Middle Eastern culture where I'm from. If it's not even about what you're rapping about, the fact that you are a rapper in the first place in the Middle Eastern culture
Yeah.
is like, no, you
Yeah.
rapper. That
Yeah.
sounds crazy. You better. So,
Yeah.
for you, it's like you're looking at it from a perspective of you're a professional businesswoman and I'm an entrepreneur, and your clients might be listening to your music and your family might be listening to it. And that's a lot to hold on yourself when you have all these responsibilities. You're a
Yes.
mother too, right?
I was just getting ready to say, honestly, the only person that I really, really, really care about, like, there are two people, and it's my aunt. I love you, Granty. It's my aunt. That's like my Aunt Viv, okay?
Right.
And my son. And I realized that, like, my son, he'll bust out a freestyle right now. I didn't even realize he had been watching me. He can freestyle better than I can. And I've put him in the studio, and, like, once I got the okay from his dad, I'm not going to lie, like, once his dad was like, hey, I heard that last joint you put out, that was cool. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I can do this, you know what I mean? So, but even my son's going to grow up, he's going to have his own life, he's going to do what he want to do. I'm not going to always agree with his decisions. I'm not living for my son. I'm here to guide him. So I say all that to say, now that I'm in this mindset of like, I just want to do me and just be free, basically, like I let the bird free. Now I'm making better music because I'm not overthinking it.
Right.
I'm not afraid to like really embody like that emotion, whether it's sexuality, you know what I'm saying, whether it's spirituality.
Right.
I can just dive in, and I think that's when the product is great.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's good that you came to that. It's awesome. Now with this tape, what's some specifics people can know about it? Did you get anybody else on it? Did you work with specific people in the production area?
Yeah, I the same producer produced all of it. I have a feature that I'm excited about. That. I'm not gonna say any names.
Do I know this person?
Yeah, you know this person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he a friend of mine?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly. We'll talk about it after the interview.
Bad.
Yeah. It's I'm excited about it. And I have another great artist on there. We did a love song together. And I hate talking about love, and he brought it out of me. So, it's nice. It's nice. And basically, the project, The Invitation, is about me inviting my fans into the other side of me that they are not accustomed to. The hurt, the pain, the griminess, the sexy, like everything opposite of my safe zone, which was audio therapy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the new reintroduction.
For sure. Allow me to reintroduce myself.
The uncensored version.
For
Case
sure.
Miracles, pretty much.
For sure.
Now you signed to a record label.
So yes, Gushy Records. Gushy Records is a new indie label that picked me up, that I'm super excited about. Ran by women.
Cool.
Yeah, you'll be hearing and seeing more of Gushy very soon. I'm their first artist. And actually, this is who has helped me with this project over the last year, Gushy. So I'm super excited about what's to come and, how I can help the company grow. And I think it's the best next thing to being independent, because I have some help, but I'm not pressured from a major label. I still get my creativity as an artist with the financial backing and resources,
That sounds pretty cool. It sounds pretty fair.
Yes.
More so.
Yeah. Yes.
Fairness
very fair.
is nice.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of artists are signing now. Like a lot of them are taking more local labels and new labels and stuff. And I haven't been hearing any trouble or problems with it so far. So
Yeah.
I've heard more trouble with major labels than I had with the independent labels so far. So are you gonna be releasing more singles throughout this, or are you just gonna wait till the album drops?
So I have one more single that is going to be. I have two singles that will be released. My apologies. I have one single. We just released that single. What the fuck? So I have one more single, and that's gonna be with my big feature song and video. Cool. Before the project, and then the project will be released.
Cool. You seem more calm this time around. Last time you were more kind of wild and out, kind of like.
Really?
Yeah, weren't you?
Was I like an Energizer bunny?
Yeah, you're like, are you? What's up? Is today is it because it's raining or something?
No, I'm actually like, I feel a sense of peace in my life.
Oh, good.
I feel peaceful. That day was a very exciting day for me, though. Don't get it twisted. She's still in there. I turned into my 6-year-old very quickly. But no, I just feel like a sense of peace.
That's good.
I feel a sense of peace. God has been like cleaning house. Like I'm losing friends. I'm losing people in my life. And I feel light. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel calm. So maybe that's why you feel my energy. Like I just feel calm. Like
that's a good
I'm
thing.
happy to be here.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. It's you sound like you're becoming enlightened through the days.
Yes.
Days go on.
Yes.
Super important.
Super painful.
What, to becoming enlightened?
I mean, yeah, because it's like, you go through the dark, you know what I'm saying? And the dark is where I feel like you find the light, and it's not easy, a lot of days now, I feel, even though I feel peaceful, it's kind of lonely. You know what I mean? But that's why I feel like, oh, this is great. This is my season. And I actually asked for it. Like, remove anybody and anything out of my life that isn't serving me.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like God just came in and like swept, like clean house. And I was like, wait, not that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can't really control who and what and when and how. So I'm just like in flow, and it got me calm,
Yeah, that's a thing too, when you're totally feeling that emptiness, and people, that's when people will take something, right? So like when people have that total emptiness in them, that's when they'll start drinking, or that's when they'll go hook up with somebody, or they'll go find something to do.
Yeah.
When they're feeling that emptiness, when that emptiness is there, that's actually like the pathway to becoming realized and conscious. And it's so intense sometimes people can't handle it, and they mistake that intensity in their system for the fact that something might be wrong.
Yeah.
When you're really actually supposed to sit with that intensity.
Yeah.
And that's what helps you develop your consciousness more.
For sure.
I mean, I have that problem. Sometimes I'm like, damn, bro, I'm becoming a legend, and I know it in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this aura of like ease and oneness.
Yes.
And then I'll be like, I gotta go drink something. And
Yeah.
then that dumbs you down, and then you fucking suppress that. You get rid of that, and then you're back in that fucking rut again of just being an unconscious fool, basically.
For sure.
So that emptiness is a good thing, and people just don't know how to handle it, unfortunately. Did you? So now, are you taking a break from dating? Like, are you kind of like, all right, let me step away from this?
I mean, yes and no. Like, I'm super open. Like, I'm open to. I'm not gonna block any blessings, right? It's just that I'm at a point where, to be honest, I know I know my direction, but I don't really know where I'm going, like how it's gonna happen, right? Example, on my way over here, it took me a different way from, the last time, right? GPS rerouted me. So I know what my destination is, but I don't really know what that looks like. So for me, it's scary because I know what I see. So I see everything falling into place, and me gaining more recognition, and the entertainment life. So
Right.
for me, it's just like, I don't want anybody to be falling in love with me at this stage of my life, and they can't handle what comes with that. I went to an event last weekend with a friend, and I mean, guys are gonna try to talk to you, pretty girl, whatever. Vibrant energy. I'm social. I'm not being rude. But this is why you got to be rude, because something came back to me that it was perceived in a negative light because I wasn't being rude, because there were multiple guys trying to talk to me, and I was not like, hey, get the fuck out of my face. I'm just like, hey, what's up? No, I'm straight though. But you don't know what I'm saying, right? If you're not right there in our conversation. So it may look like, right, I'm talking to multiple men. No, it's not the case. I'm just at a social event. It's a barbecue on Father's Day. And,
Is it
you know what I'm saying?
You were the guy?
Huh?
You were with a guy when this was happening?
No, one of the guys was interested in talking to me, and he said something about it. And I said, yo, wait a minute. First of all, I'm being social. You didn't see me pull out my phone and give my number to anybody.
The
but
most insecure men in the world are these territorial
Yes.
guys that feel like if somebody else is talking to my girl, I have to go confront the situation. That's
Yes.
literally the most insecure thing you can do as a man.
Yes.
My girlfriend, if a guy's talking to her, I don't have to worry about it because I
Yeah.
know who she is as a person.
For sure.
And if she happens to be like, hey, you know what? Oh, I'm going to leave with this guy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. I know
Yeah.
who I am as a person to move on from the situation and go find somebody who doesn't do shit like that. I'd rather that happen in front of me than behind me, right?
For sure.
And not only that, like, that's why that's what shows your insecurity, is because you think that this person is going to fucking leave you,
For sure.
right? So I hate when I see men do that. Like, a guy, like if somebody's talking to his girl or something, he'll just like come butt in, get kind of face to face or front to face. It's like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Like,
For sure.
that just means you don't think your woman is trustworthy or loyal to you, and or that she can't handle herself as a
Kiddo.
woman.
I've been holding this coffee.
Oh, yeah, you're good. You can come.
I'm over here about to die. I'm like, holding this coffee. It's like I'm trying.
You better not be sick, getting me sick on my own
No,
podcast.
I swear.
First person to get me sick on the podcast.
I'm sorry, it got intense because it was like tickling my throat, right?
Oh, you good?
And I'm trying to like swallow it back down, and it's trying to like come back up. Okay. I'm sorry, I was listening to everything though. I
You're
just
good.
had to cough. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
And no, I'm COVID free.
Good. Excellent.
Oh, okay. Is my makeup okay?
Yes.
Okay. I had a little teardrop. Okay. Yes, but insecure men. And if your girl wants to leave with a guy, you're going to be okay with that?
Who, me?
Yeah. You wouldn't be okay with that.
I wouldn't be okay with it, but you'd have to look at the reality of the circumstance, right? This woman that I'm with has decided that she's going to leave with another man.
For sure.
If I tried to confront this situation and go like, hold on, wait a minute, fuck this guy and fight him, beat him up, and then take my girlfriend home, am I ever gonna feel comfortable with her again?
For sure.
Am I gonna be like, oh, is she never gonna do that again? Like, why would I even want to spend another moment with somebody who does that?
For sure.
So for me, I'm gonna go fight over a woman that decided she wants to go with another guy.
For sure.
How much of a fool could you be to fight for that? Right? The only time you're supposed to fight for a woman is if somebody disrespects her.
For sure.
And there's something going on where it's just disrespect, he's humiliated her, or he's aggressive, or he touches her or something like that.
For sure.
But you don't fight another man because that man is taking your woman from you. That's fucking
sure.
you're a dumbass at that point, you know. Now talk about. I mean, I know. Yesterday, I think Ice Spice and like somebody else got into it. That kind of
JT and Ice Spice.
right. So that was a situation where the girl, I guess, like, what was he doing? Uzi was talking to Ice Spice.
I think from what I saw, she, you know, and I was like, is this a publicity stunt?
Most likely.
Like, yeah, I'm like, come on now, this can't be real. Because then she posted a picture of them, and
It was
she
what?
threw
It
her
was
phone.
Uzi was talking to Ice Spice. And then I
Right.
guess Uzi has a girl,
JT from the City Girls.
and then they started throwing shit at each other, basically.
Well, she just threw her phone at him. You know.
Yeah, that's just that has to be a publicity stunt because it's like Ice Spice is always doing publicity shit. First of all, so that's.
I
one
mean,
thing.
if it's a publicity stunt, it's a good one because like we're talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a good one because she threw that phone pretty hard. I'm like, damn, JT, this is a publicity stunt. She needs to start acting. She threw the phone so hard. I'm like,
Yeah.
please don't get sued by like throwing it at the wrong person. But,
Yeah.
you know.
But that's a prime example right there of a situation of, just addressing something that doesn't need to be addressed, most likely.
For sure.
Unless the guy's literally getting up and walking away with her, then what the fuck are we talking about here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
What's been on your mind recently, just with your music?
Just reminding myself not to feel the pressure of trying to make a hit song. You know, the pressure of, like slow motion is better than no motion.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's easy for me to look at my peers or, I know people who I've met since I've started making music and, I'm seeing them pew, 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 and it's like, damn, what am I missing? And 9 times out of 10, we all know what we're missing. But at what point do we start implementing those things? It's a process, because everybody's life is different, so I got different shit going on in my life than the next person. So for me, I'm just taking it slow.
That's what I was going to ask you. When you said that you've been working on this for a year, is it because of the time that you're taking to develop it, or is it because real life circumstances is not making it easy to just, fast forward the process and make it a 3 to 4 month production process?
Well, both. And it's expensive. Like, it's expensive as hell.
Yeah.
When you think about, studio time, exclusive rights, right? You got to pay for that. I'm not talking about just like leasing beats which is nothing wrong with that. I've been there, done it. I still get on YouTube to this day just to get inspired. I had a producer who has been sending me beat packs for probably about 2 years that I just purchased a beat from him yesterday, exclusive rights. That exclusive rights, it was a lot more than just a $100 lease. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's life and then it's life, right? So in the real world, things cost. And then just taking my time. Not feeling pressure. Like if I didn't have anything else to do and my only job was to be an artist, I would lock into the studio. I would get it done in 30 days. You know what I'm saying? But, and I like it this way because I'm being inspired by what's going on in my life. So it's easier for me to make a more meaningful project. And it wasn't about me actually creating a project, a body of work. It was more so about me stacking up my catalog. So that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to stack up my catalog, and just, be ready to shoot when the time was right, And then we figured out the time was right. So we went through the catalog. We had songs to actually go through and say, are we going to do this one? Or are we going to do this one? Are we going to do this one? So my thing was for myself that I challenged myself to do from this, about a year now was just put music out consistently every month.
For sure.
Every month.
Is there anything you want to promote before we sign off?
Shout out to Gushy Records. I'm super excited about being the first artist signed to this new indie label. Good music, good business. And I just want to promote like allowing people to authentically be themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to see that people are still uncomfortable with laughing out loud and, you know, like Sexy Red was at the BET Awards with her shoes off.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say, but one thing I like about that girl is like she is who she is no matter what room you put her in. Like, I can appreciate somebody like that, and I'm still evolving into the person that gives absolutely no fucks. So I want to promote like giving no fucks. Like, really do you, hone in on that craft. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up. You know, you can be at 12,000 monthly listeners tonight, and tomorrow be at 20,000, 1,200 to 20,000. And, you know, less than 6 months was a big jump for me.
For sure.
So that's all.
For sure. I appreciate you being a part of this as usual. Look forward to hearing the new tape.
Thank you.
And to check that out, seeing new features and all that stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks for being a part of this. We're at Parallel Sound Studio. High Low Visuals is shooting these productions. We're out. Peace.